When we last left off, we realized that Matt had an IQ lower than his fridge temperature. And in this episode, nothing really changes.
Linda, hatch me into Dee-man's ship.
You got it, boss.
We have a call coming in.
Can you tell him I'm not here?
Really?
He'll know? Yeah, he'll know. Alright, patch me through.
Dee-man, we finally have a chance to talk.
Yeah, that's all good and everything. But I don't want to hear any of that, because I gotta talk about these throuple of assholes on 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, Episode 8. They head to a winery tour, and I just can't help but to look at Amani in the back seat, looking for any reason to bitch. This is her pre-bitch face, so when you know a bitch is coming up, just look at her, and if she gives you this face, then you know she's about to complain about everything and anything to you. And I hate people like that. It's just, come the f*** on. Can you just ever be happy, live in the moment? No, you gotta be in your head and think about all this shit which never happened. Alright, let's go ahead and see what she's bitching about in her head. God damn it, Matt's stupid, and he doesn't suck my good. Well, I didn't expect her to think about that. Remember when Annie shit all over Matt's chest, but she didn't shit on Amani?
It's still on my mind.
Me too. And it was fucking disgusting. So they finally get to the winery and they each got their drink in their hand. And Amani asks,
Cheers. What do we want to toast to?
Annie says that we should cheers for a good night. But since Amani is controlling, she doesn't even let her finish that sentence before telling them what exactly they're gonna cheers for.
For good.
Cheers to us.
So why the f did you ask them? God, Matt must be just exhausted all the time if this is what Amani does. And you can tell it was just so second nature to her to ask a question and then come up with her own answer not even 2 seconds later. Why even ask the question of what you want to cheers for? Just be like, hey!
Cheers to us.
Annie is holding Matt way more than she ever does Amani. And Amani notices this, so she's starting to feel like a little jelly belly. She even says,
Since the beginning of the trip, things were just going more in favor of Matt.
Of course it is. He's getting his sucked twice while you're only getting your sucked once. I just don't get, why did you think it wouldn't go in Matt's favor? It's like, hey honey, do you want to another woman with me? You know, I got nothing else going on and I'm as dumb as a bag of rocks, so it, might as well. How old is Amani? 48? 50? If you know how old she is, let me know down below, please. Because you cannot tell me that this lady isn't f***ing ancient. Her f***ing face is sagging off her skull.
This cheese is good.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you cheesy son of a bitch. That is what he'd say. He'd be drinking all this fancy ass wine and then he'd just go,
ooh, cheese.
Jesus. Cheese good. I like cheese. Cheese make me happy. So Amani finally tells her what's going on, why she's so upset.
Why couldn't I be the girlfriend and he's the friend, you know?
Why couldn't he be the insecure one and you be secure? Huh? See? You can just make up questions all day, but it wouldn't change a damn thing. So Annie admits that she doesn't want to tell her family that she's in a throuple. And Amani says,
I get this.
Just how she can't formulate a sane thought.
Me sentí como si ella me estuviera obligando.
It's funny she says this because check this out. I was on Instagram today and I saw this post. It's from Amani and it says, imagine growing up in a country where you see two guys kiss that can lead them to being raided by police trucks, treated like animals, and thrown in jail. That's the reality I grew up in. And she grew up in a very LGBTQ plus in a conservative country. It's like somebody who went through this doesn't understand what it's like for somebody else to go through this. Like, haven't y'all seen the Armando and Kenny saga where it's like being gay in Mexico isn't all that cool either? Not only do you want her to come out to her parents, you want her to do it because you're forcing her and not her doing it on her own free will. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense, you fucking stupid bitch. this is what you're doing, and if you don't do that, I won't be happy, and you know you want to make me happy because I make the money in the relationship, therefore I wear the big girl pants.
But you need to give me time.
They're not. Sorry. I just thought about Borat the moment she says this. And sometimes when she talks, I get this like Borat accent in my head. And I know Borat isn't even from, well, one, Borat's a fake character, just like these people are. So maybe it is exactly like Borat. Damn. Are we watching Borat 2.0, but with a bunch of unfunny people?
Does your
Do
neighbor
you
know?
tell people you are in a relationship with us?
She says she's not, even though we saw her tell somebody at the very beginning of the season. So, what the f is even the point of mentioning this? Is she lying? Is she trying to create drama? Because you could easily have said, yes, I'm telling people, and you'd be telling the goddamn truth because we saw you tell somebody at the beginning.
You can't turn her to a housewife.
Hey, how dare you! Matt has made a wonderful housewife. This next segment I like to call How Many Times Do We See Matt Break Character and Laugh? Well, it's a lot. Also, this next segment I like to call How Much Can Amani Cry and Not Shed a Single fucking tear? Cause look at that, let's zoom the fuck in. Where are these tears? You're making a lot of sobbing sounds. You're making it sound like you're really upset. But I don't see any tears. The baby isn't faking it. Oh my god. Why won't Matt suck my penis? Because you don't wash it. Oh, money. Thank you for saying it. We're all thinking it at home, but none of us want to be the one to actually come right out and say that you're an idiot. So thank you. Thank you for telling everybody, and now we all know. She's faking it worse than Jasmine does when she had sex with Gino with hair.
Do you know why she's upset?
So Matt asked this because he missed what happened because he was too busy wondering why grass is green. It looks like she's completely over this shit, but then she also has a second thought, and that's, oh no, my American life is slipping right before my eyes, and I cannot possibly strip for 10 more years. I might have a good 2 years left in me before guys do not want to see this body naked anymore. But what she doesn't realize is that there's always granny online. You'll always have a future. Just depends on how many you can shove up your butt. At the same time, they all hug and Annie asks for a second with Amani. So Matt goes and off. He's like, okay, I'll grab y'all's clothes. Whatever, and he just walks away. I bet Matt's just at the table, just taking as many sips of wine as he possibly can, being like, oh god, Amani's on her bullshit again. I just gotta get as drunk as possible, because then I can just fall asleep and just ignore everything. Life is a lot easier being yelled at when you're drunk. So Annie tells Amani that she's gonna tell her family about her because she knows she can't be a stripper for life.
I have many problems.
Annie has 99 problems and a bitch is definitely one of them.
I protect myself.
Matt's following them trying to help out.
Girls, this isn't...
I talk with you,
But nobody listens to this fucking chucklehead, so they all ignore him. Whatever happened to the rules y'all wrote down? Wasn't one of the rules to listen to Matt? Well, Matt, there you go. Nobody's following your rule, just as we all thought, because what the f do you bring into the relationship? F***ing a penis? Alright. And bad kisses? Oh my god, what a catch.
She thinking if she have money, she can give me orders.
She only does this because it's worked on Matt this whole time, so of course that's how she expects relationships to go. She gives a lot, and then you're supposed to appreciate it. Her love language is giving money, and your love language is probably something completely different. She's like, what the hell? Look at what all I'm doing for you. And it's like, okay, yes, but I'm under a constant state of distress. Please just stop yelling for one goddamn second.
I don't think that went very well at all.
Oh, is that what you think? Really? That is so fucking dumb. It's so hilarious how dumb he is.
I don't care about him. I love you more, him.
So obviously, Annie is telling Amani exactly what she wants to hear because she knows that she wears the pants in this relationship. So she says everything, every goddamn thing Amani wants to hear. And Amani, even though Amani is really fucking stupid, she actually realized this and she says,
I don't know what the truth is anymore.
so even though Amani is dumb as she actually sees right through what Annie's doing. Because it's so goddamn obvious. We all know she wears the pants in the relationship, and the only way to get in is to be in her good graces. Graces? Why does that sound weird? Be in her good graces?
I don't want to be nobody's secret.
Too bad! Anyway, guys, that's this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. That was an awesome experience. I have nowhere to go because I can't drop down. And I'm stuck in space in this goddamn escape pod.
Wake up! He's done!
Dee-man, finally, I get the chance to tell you why I've been chasing you this whole time!
Wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. You exploded my ship to try and kill me, and now you want to talk to me? Talk about a fucking giant plot hole.
Well, yeah, I kind of got excited.
Okay, what is it? Why were you following me to the end of the universe?
Well...
No, f that. We're not doing no cliffhanger ending or nothing like that. Cause I don't care about this storyline or where it goes.
I care.
Well, too bad. I don't fucking care, so out with it. Why the fuck are you here?
I think it's time you tell him.
In June 2024, you covered a couple named Tiger Lily and Admin.
Do you mean the Mega Chads?
How dare you call my parents that?
Wait a second. They only have one kid and it's a baby. Nice fucking try.
That would be true if I hadn't traveled through space and time.
Time travel? Really? Oh my god. No, I don't want to hear the rest of the story. Ship, go into warp speed.
Warp speed activated. Eat shit.
Yeah, eat shit.
He went into warp speed again.
Dee-man, you may have escaped me, but I will find you.
Yeah, the Mega Chad's son, huh? And time travel? That's just crazy. But not as crazy as space whiskey. Hey, who wants to take a zero gravity shot with me?